This is not my usual type of content, but having had this happen to me twice already, I'm pretty convinced that the YouTube tool is semi-broken. And after watching the channel makers video they posted 2 days ago as well, I will kind of go into this and hopefully it can help some creators, because this might be happening to you and you might not even know it. The issue I'm referring to is YouTube pulling a completely random screen cap from your video and pushing that out as the actual thumbnail. Whereas for this Feel Right 2 video I'm talk about, I've put 2 different thumbnails that I created and neither of them are showing. And I've checked this with multiple sources, people that are content creators, family, friends, and it seems to be a pervasive issue. This is something I first noticed 2 weeks back when I posted my Supernote Nomad. That's a product. I posted an extended review of it, and I did some thumbnail testing with 3. I even posted a poll about, like, it'd be interesting to see what my viewers think will win versus what actually wins. And then I had some results from those 3. So I took the top 2 after like a day or 2, made those the actual thumbnails, and then at day 12, it's a 14-day test. At day 12, I noticed that the thumbnail was no longer either of the thumbnails that I'd put. It was literally just a screen cap of like my face in like a very like awkward kind of thing, and that was what was being promoted. On this Feel Right 2 video, I have 2 tests going with 2 different thumbnails, and it's done the same thing. On that Nomad video, when I saw that that was the case, there was like 1% difference, so I just set one of them and, you know, issue resolved. But part of my reason for creating this video is A, to maybe help other content creators if they're having the same issue, and B, also to get a little more knowledge about it. So my core viewers, like if you got the thumbnail versus if you got a screen cap of the video, please let me know in the comments. I'd be curious to see what was shown to you, basically. The channel makers video, I think they put the same thumbnail like a couple times and they got wildly varying results. And I think part of that's because it's not based on click-through rate, it's based on watch time percentage.
This stuff is crazy. I mean, as we've gone through all of this over the past couple months, I have just been like honestly devastated that none of this is working.
But this is a completely different issue that I'm talking about, and is actually incredibly frustrating because this whole thumbnail A/B testing thing, it's supposed to have you put more time and effort into your thumbnails, right? You have more options, and then you're like, oh, this one's clearly the winner. It'll perform better in the short term and the long term, so I'm gonna set that as it. But now I feel like I'm basically creating thumbnails, putting them in this tester, and then it's just throwing that all out the window and making whatever it decides to. Like this thumbnail that it chose, in my opinion, it chose, there's only like 2 or 3 points where I have text in this video. It probably used optical character recognition, chose some screen cap there, or I don't know, maybe this was part of the writing test in my video, so maybe that had the highest retention point or like a spike there. God knows how it chose it. This can actually be pretty concerning for older videos where it's not popping up on your dashboard as like your latest video and your thumbnails right there. Because, you know, sometimes you don't check videos for weeks or older videos, and that could significantly hurt the performance of it. To add insult into injury, on this channel makers video, they are showing me my video in the recommendation after the video finished of the thumbnail that I did not create. What? I mean, that it's broken. It's 100% broken. And no, this is not a screen cap from like the autoplay of the beginning of the video. This is well past halfway through the video. Now this is actually a 1 out of 10 video for me in terms of the performance. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave it because A, I wanna see if it resolves itself over time. And also, I want anyone that's watching this, maybe this might not even reach anyone because it's not my niche, but like if you take a look at this video, what is it showing you? Or if it popped up on your home screen, what did it show you? If this can serve in any way to provide data to YouTube, then I'm fine keeping it like that, even if it suffers the performance of the video. This is a feature I was like super excited about, and now I just can't trust it, basically. I'm not gonna use it anymore. The 2 videos that I've used testing on, it's failed me both times. Personally, I'm not very comfortable just like plastering my face on thumbnails. I've done it on like one or two like interview things, but like I would not want this to be my thumbnail. I put a lot of time and effort into my thumbnails for that reason specifically. It's clear there's stuff going on here. It was, in my opinion, you know, I actually thought I was gonna get it by the end of the year. They should have rolled it out in waves and not just released it to everyone, because there are clearly some pervasive issues here. The channel makers video, I'll link that below, you should watch it, but the results are kind of astounding there. Hopefully they can make changes to this soon, because YouTube seems to sometimes just push out features and then like think about them later.
Typically, like, YouTube will just throw stuff out there, and we've seen this with like stories. Remember when they did stories? Shorts is another great example. Shorts, throw it out there, and there's like, do shorts, everybody. And so everybody does shorts, and they end up killing their channel. Like, a lot of people destroyed their channel.
I've been on YouTube for like 7 years, and I've seen YouTube just kind of push some features that should have been not either pushed or were pushed too early and like weren't really well thought out and just need some work. This certainly seems to be like one of them. If this were like a bad idea of a video, I think it would suffer significantly from this issue. I have family members that showed me in their notification feed it showed up like this, in search showed up like this, in subscription feed it showed up like this. Even if I do a search in a incognito private browser, it is showing up like this. And it's weird because it made a switch. It was like I was getting a lot of comments, so I kept getting like notifications and getting pushed back to the analytics of it. And then like at the 8-hour mark, I noticed the change and I was like, that's weird. It happened again. It happened on my Nomad video and it happened on this one again. I think my view of the A/B thumbnail testing is like now tarnished, where even if it were fixed, I probably wouldn't use it for a while. Like the channel makers video said, I think one of the things I'm gonna do to try to actively push this out to YouTube is there is a submit feedback button or something. I'm gonna have to search now in the test, the A/B test section. So I'm gonna try to do that. I would encourage you to do the same thing if you've had any issues with it. All right, so it is the next day now, and it's about, looks like 34 hours into the video being released. So we're gonna go into the analytics here, and you can see it significantly started to drop off after about the, let's see, 12-hour mark. Remember, it happened around the 8 or 9-hour mark when the actual thumbnail turned into a screenshot. Also of note here, like the impressions were kind of skyrocketing in terms of the amount of impressions, and then they did fall off too. I don't want to read too much into the analytics because that could just be the trajectory of the video normally. Okay, the test is still running. It says it still has 12 days and 13 hours left of not showing any of these. Now it is a 2 out of 10. It was a 1 out of 10. But yeah, like I mentioned, I am not going to change the screenshot for now to a thumbnail because I do want to see what happens when the test resolves, or if this can in any way serve as data for YouTube to look into this problem. Then I think it's beneficial. If you're a creator too and you're having this happen, then definitely leave a comment. Or if you go and check out this video, this specific, I put Feel Right 2 on a Remarkable 2, and you are seeing the screenshot as well, then let me know down there. Also, thanks to my friend Kit Betts Masters that pointed me in the right direction of the channel makers video and showed me that there are problems with the tool and that I'm not just going crazy, and that there is a significant amount of work that needs to be done on it. I will hopefully see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.